Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Mr. Secretary and General Caine. I'd like to use my time to drill down on an important decision concerning America's surface fleet. That is the future of the DDG-51 Flight III destroyer. Everyone on this committee knows about the Navy's struggles to successfully design, manage, and field new classes of ships. To name a few examples, I'll highlight the Littoral Combat Ship, the Zumwalt-class destroyer, and the recently canceled Constellation-class frigate. By any measure, the Arleigh Burke-class destroyer has been a highly successful program that continues to deliver the Navy a large surface combatant it can depend on. So the Zumwalt-class destroyers were going to replace the Arleigh Burke. It's a ship with some interesting capabilities, but the Navy rushed to construction before the design was complete, and it lacked a workable weapon system that the Navy wanted to outfit it with. So the Navy scrapped the program at 3 ships and went back to the DDG. I'm in my 8th year on this committee, and the entire time I've been in conversation with the Navy publicly and privately about the latest Flight III destroyer and how critical a role it would play, and now is playing for the surface fleet. And yet, even before we delivered one to the fleet, the Navy was already planning the DDG-X. I'm skeptical about the transition to yet another new class of surface ship, given the troubles I've laid out already. From my perspective, we have a proven hull for an Arleigh Burke destroyer that is described by CNO after CNO again and again and again as the backbone of the Navy's surface fleet. But now I'm even more skeptical. The proposal cuts production of the destroyer down to just 1 ship, scraps the future destroyer, and proposes $17 billion to build just a single new battleship, a class of ship the Navy decommissioned in 1992. Mr. Secretary, when you visited Bath Iron Works, you discussed this budget proposal with shipbuilders. You said, quote, "We're maxing out on DDGs. It's a workhorse, and it's a damn good workhorse." You were right about the DDGs. They are a workhorse. They're cost-efficient, deadly effective, and feared by our enemies. And I'm wondering why would we move on so quickly from a relatively new Flight III destroyer that's the gold standard for ballistic missile and drone defense capabilities. It's a ship that's proven itself time and again, recently in the Mediterranean, Persian Gulf, and the Taiwan Strait. I understand the Navy wants to field hypersonic missiles, but look no further than the 3 Zumwalt ships that the Navy has in the fleet that have been refitted with vertical launch tubes capable of delivering hypersonic missiles at a great payload at over 17,000 miles this year. Perhaps what's most troubling to me is that the battleship plan proposes moving at a pace that is, I think, extremely dangerous, or just high risk, low reward. To begin construction so quickly, breezing right through design. It's well documented that expediting design and preemptively moving to construction is the greatest recipe for failure. This represents an unacceptable cost to taxpayers if it fails, and leaves America less secure and our Navy less prepared. I understand the proposed battleship was a bit of a dream child of the recently departed Secretary of the Navy. I want to remind everyone here that recent history is littered with failed efforts to replace existing successful programs that remain the best in class worldwide. This isn't the failure of shipbuilders or sailors. It's a failure by leaders to learn a simple lesson. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. My sincere hope is that you, the Navy, and the Congress will pump the brakes on this battleship. Take the time to get it right, whatever it is. And for now, focus on the workhorse you can depend on. America cannot afford a surface fleet without a backbone.
Well, I very much appreciate that perspective. And the idea of divesting of an asset that's indispensable right now is not just a Navy problem. I mean, we've seen the same on MQ-9s and Apaches and A-10s and systems that our warfighters continue to rely on, which is why divesting to invest, which was sold under the previous administration because of continuing resolutions and insufficient budgets, created a gap where now you're getting rid of the very things that you need right now, and you don't have available the things of the future that you said you would have because of the way this department did business. Always over cost, always delayed. So there's one destroyer, one Arleigh Burke-class destroyer in this budget because, and I hate to even say it, I'm not going to say it in an open hearing, how many years behind we are in the backlog of building the Arleigh Burke-class destroyers. So the bulk of the money goes into shipbuilding to fix that, ensure we can get new places to build more faster. Then you can fund additional, whether it's this class or the next class. But the Arleigh
We're almost over time. I'm going to reclaim and just say in my last seconds here, careful with the pace. moving through design to construction so quickly as proposed by this budget. Thank you.
Gentleman's time's expired.
Support journalism you trust. Support PBS News. Donate now, or even better, start a monthly contribution today.